What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into this episode of Twin Finance. My name is Dylan, and today we're going to be talking about Amazon stock. And I know recently they've been selling off like crazy in the last week here, last 2 weeks, and they're actually down 25% from their high value, which was valued at a little bit over $1 trillion. And I did make a video about a month back about them, or a month and a half, 2 months ago, before they reached $1 trillion, stating that they couldn't hold this value. Not long term, at least. And in that video, I kind of talked about Amazon and why they're not able to hold that value today. I'm just gonna go through Amazon again and just kind of give people an idea of where I think their stock's headed and the reasons why I think so. So, as of right now, Amazon actually is, I think it's 25 or 26%, but let's just, as I checked earlier, their market cap's at right around 750 billion. And as I said, it peaked 1 trillion, guys. Down 25%. Holds pretty true. I mean, it did not hold that value, like I said. The main reason why I thought this is Amazon, their PE was quite high. Their earnings on the year, they're only earning about 3.3 billion. Now it's fiscal 2017. They only earned 3.3 billion. Yes, their earnings did get a little bit better over the course of 2018 so far. But that number's not going to be drastically higher than that, maybe 4 or 5 billion, which is very good, yes, but nothing for a $750 billion cap company. Just to give you guys a quick few examples of that. Not to just say that earnings means everything in the stock market. It's not that earnings means everything. Obviously, innovation and potential means a ton, just like anywhere else. But for fair valuations at the current price, it kind of does mean a lot, guys. For example, we got Facebook out there. Well, actually, let's just start with Apple. Yeah, let's start with Apple, because that's fair. Because this was Amazon at their peak was $1 trillion. Apple was also like 1.1 trillion. They're still holding that $1 trillion value, as I said they would. Reason being, Apple's making 48 billion this year, guys, or last year. Apple's out here profiting $48 billion. That's net income, guys. $48 billion. The reason why Apple can hold $1 trillion is, hey, they're at like a 20 PE, $1 trillion. That's not that unfair of a valuation. Apple's out here, they've been around, they got the demand, they got the products, they're making money. And that's why they're at that value, and that's why they're not dropping that much. They're not down too much from their high, I think like 5-6%. Yeah, so I really think, Apple's definitely going to hold that $1 trillion valuation moving forward. Just to give you guys an example, because Amazon's no longer Apple's league, obviously. I mean, they're shedded 25% of their value. So currently, they're right around 750. But I'm just going to give you guys a sense of where I think Amazon's headed and why. So I'm just going to show you something real quick. Facebook stock. So Facebook. And I know Facebook's been selling off a lot recently too, and they're down in the 400 billions now, which is quite less than Amazon. Significantly less, as I said, 750 billion market cap. Well, Facebook, they're still out here posting $15 billion profit year 2017. And like I said, guys, I mean, money kind of rules the game. Cash is king. So, I mean, if you're netting, and Facebook doesn't even pay a dividend, so they're retaining all this. They're not even giving, 50% out to a dividend. They're netting $15 billion. And that's why Facebook, they can hold that 400 billion cap for sure. And they'll definitely grow a lot in the long term. But just to put Facebook out there, that wasn't really to compare Amazon to Facebook, two totally different companies. But that's just to show that Amazon's down around 400 billion. They're still posting $15 billion market. I mean, $15 billion earnings. And like I said, I just wanted to give you a feel of both. And I'm actually going to give you a company right now that is actually posting right around the same amount of profit per year as Amazon. So we got Nike out here making $3 billion averaging $3 billion over the last 3 years. 2017 they were down 1.8, but they posted weak earnings. Year before that they were up above 4.3, I think, and then 2016 or 2015 they were also over 3,000. So average is $3 billion, guys. Not to say, and Nike's also at 100 billion. 115 billion, but I'll just put 100 billion cap for now. Facebook's at like 400 billion. Apple's at 1 trillion. Apple's at 1 trillion market cap. This is just kind of giving you a feel for, you know, what these companies are, you know, decently fairly valued out there, and what their earnings are at, and what their market caps are at, just to give you my kind of sense on where I think Amazon's headed. Do I think Amazon's headed to 100 billion market cap? Definitely not. Do I think maybe 400? I think that's a great possibility. Amazon's probably headed down to about 400 billion market cap. Definitely not headed back up to a trillion anytime soon. I'll guarantee you that. Like I said, I don't think Amazon is a bad company by any means. I said that in my last video. Do they have a lot of work going forward? Yes. Do they have a lot of good services? 100%. They're a great company, guys. A lot of good prospects, but I really just don't think all the hype about Amazon over the last, let's say, 2 years, not even really, just been like a year and a half where their stock took off, can even really hold. Even the $750 billion market cap, guys. I really don't think Amazon's holding that. Like I said, just to give you an example, Nike, I mean, they're out here profiting the same. They're worth 7 times less. What I also thought was pretty funny to mention, what I should mention in this video is the Forbes list. I thought it was just pretty ironic how over the last year, Jeff Bezos is literally almost at Amazon's peak, almost doubled Bill Gates in net worth, guys. And not to say like that no one's ever going to be richer than Bill Gates, but the guy's been out here for, I think, 30 years plus, you know, richest man in the world. 20, 30 years plus richest man in the world, and all of a sudden we got Jeff Bezos out here just killing him. So I thought that was pretty funny, and how that kind of just showed like Amazon's overvaluedness is just pretty ironic. You got Microsoft out here, developed company, been around, you know, pretty much just changed the whole computer to the entire world forever, guys. You know, just to see Jeff Bezos absolutely demolishing Bill Gates at the top of that chart, it was a little bit, like I said, ironic. And then people were trying to get back saying, you know, this is only Amazon's like half their value. They could be 2 trillion. Like I said in the future though, in my last video, can Amazon ever get to 1 trillion? So Amazon to 1 trillion. Do I think they'll get back to 1 trillion? Yeah, of course. Maybe 10 years from now. Maybe definitely not within the next year. I'll tell you that. Amazon. I say Amazon 1 trillion by like, let's say 5 to 8 years is probably fair, guys. I don't really think we're gonna see Amazon reach 1 trillion. Definitely not in the next year or two. I think the market's also gonna shed probably another 5 to 10%. And then it'll start to flatten out. But for Amazon, let's just say future predictions, guys. I think their profits are definitely gonna go up. So their income's definitely gonna go up big in the next bid here. I mean, I know they're releasing new stuff, and they're getting you know, their own trucks, their everything, guys. So it's coming to Canada now too. They're big with their postal trucks, their own. So yeah, their income, I mean, they got a ton of services. Their income's gonna shoot up like crazy. That still doesn't mean, like I said, I mean, their income would have to like 5 times it to match Facebook. So I mean, Facebook is at a 400 billion market cap and 5 times their income. So I think to hold right around 500 billion, they're gonna need to at least come close to Facebook, maybe like 8 billion, 10 billion, you know, right around in that ballpark to even just be in that conversation long term. What kind of market cap do I think Amazon's falling to? I mean, I think Amazon could probably lose. They're at 750. They could like definitely like pricing them out a little earlier. I think Amazon could easily fall below 400 billion. Like, I think Facebook could easily be a bigger company. So I'm saying negative 400 billion is probably fair for their cap. I think they could easily shed 50%, guys, a little over that, fall right below 400 billion cap for sure. That's probably definitely reasonable. I think we're gonna see, obviously. I mean, everyone kind of knows Amazon's was in a bubble, you know, up 100 and like what 50% last year. That's absurd, guys, for that big of a company. And then, like I said, long term income up 400 billion this year. I mean, maybe they'll drop below that, not in like the next couple months here, guys. I'm talking maybe like give them like another 8 months, a year or so. They'll probably be back around there, and then Amazon will be around, guys. Like I said, they're gonna be one of the top companies in the world. Long term, I think maybe like 10 years, yeah, they'll be back up in that top discussion. You know, once they can get their feet under them a little more, like up their earnings, I think they could definitely be in that conversation with Apple in 10 to 15 years. Just what they're doing is really unheard of. So as of right now, yeah, Amazon's just they're just gonna be down, guys, and that's the reality of it. I think people are gonna be really dramatic about it, just because there's so many believers of Amazon. So I think just believers that they would, you know, be bigger than Apple, or, you know, be the biggest company in the world by like 400 billion. No. I'd even read an article like a while back saying Amazon to 2 trillion, and you know, I just thought that was pretty funny. Like I said, guys, I have nothing against Amazon. Very good company, obviously very good CEO, good management, good products. Obviously, I buy a ton of stuff off there, you know, books and whatnot, whatever you need, really. So does everyone else. But, you know, everyone used Walmart for everything and for a long time, guys. So that doesn't just necessarily mean that, you know, Walmart's the biggest company in the world the next year. So I definitely, like I said, outlook on Amazon short term, definitely going to see them shed another 20%, 30, 40% in the next like 5-6 months. Definitely, I think they can reach 400 billion cap. I hope you guys grabbed a ton of value from that video. I hope you guys really understood what I was trying to get at there with the earnings. I wasn't trying to like make Amazon a bad company or anything. I was just trying to give you guys a ballpark of, you know, where people with their earnings kind of market caps are at. So like I said, cash is king, and that's not just, you know, personal finance, that's corporate finance. You got the earnings, you got cash, you got dividend. Investors will hold those valuations. Amazon with no dividend, not too strong of earnings, you're definitely going to see that stock drop. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you grabbed a ton of value. Definitely, I would definitely not say Amazon's a buy right now. Definitely in the future, it's going to be a buy. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel and throw a like on the video. Take care.